Hello, this is Nick with nickscomputerfix.com, and here's a video on how to adjust your sound settings within Windows 10. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. There's a few ways to get into your sound settings. One is to go down to your start menu and right click, scroll up the menu and click on the control panel, and then go and look for sound, and there it is right here on mine, and left click on that, and that opens up the sound window where you can make adjustments to your sound settings. I'm going to go ahead and close that. Now, in some laptops and in mine, they gave me an additional wizard that I can use for adjusting my audio settings. And of course, mine is called Audio Wizard. Yours might be called something else. And you may not have one at all. So you may just have the icon sound. So it all depends. Let's go ahead and close out the control panel. Now the other way to go into your sound settings is go down here, and on the taskbar we can left click and adjust the sound settings, the volume for your speakers here, and I'll leave it at 25. Now you can also adjust your sound volume on your laptop keyboard, and on mine and on a lot it's F10, F11, F12 using the function key, and that will mute down and turn the volume up. Now back to the icon here on the taskbar, right click, and we can go and click on playback or record devices or even sounds. But first let's go ahead and open up volume mixer. Now this is where we can either simultaneously or separately change the volume for those devices that show up in the mixer here. And let's go ahead and adjust those so that they're all balanced again, and then come over here, and as you can see I can adjust them all at the same time, and I'll leave it right there. Okay, at any rate, there's another way to adjust things, and let's close that out and go back to the volume icon down here, and this time we're just going to go ahead and open up sounds, and again that opens up the same sounds window that we would have or we did open up in the control panel. And if we click on playback, we can see that my speakers is by default playing the sound for playback. And this setting right here, when I have my HDMI cable connected to my TV set, I can play the sound coming out of my laptop through my TV speakers. And of course I can adjust the levels and change the icon here, and also change the properties as well. So if I go into levels, of course I can adjust my Realtek HD audio card to my liking, and I can also adjust the balance of my left and right speaker as well. I can either keep them the same or slightly off to get the hearing or the audio that I prefer. Okay, let me go ahead and leave those at 100, and I'll move this back slightly a little bit and leave that right there, and go into enhancements. Now in enhancements I can make some changes on the sound effects that the speakers are giving out, so that if I wanted to hear my song or music in virtual sound, I go ahead and click on this. Now you would have either the identical number of effects or even more depending on your particular configuration. Now under advanced I can change the sound quality that I'm listening to. I can switch it over to, let's see, how about this one right here, 44, nah, let's go 4800 studio quality, and you can hear that on the test. And I can go back over to this one, that's the 16-bit, and you'd be hard pressed to tell the difference really, except for in your music or your song. I'm sure you can tell the difference between the different quality of studio versus 24-bit studio versus 16. Okay, let's go ahead and click OK here and go up to recording. Now I can adjust the internal and external microphones. Here I'm just going to adjust the internal, and I can change the properties. I can use this device or don't use this device. Now under listen, I can make some adjustments here, and I can go down here and the default playback device can be changed as well. Now under levels, I can adjust the sensitivity of the microphone so it's less sensitive to picking up my voice or other sounds. And far away, I can even give it a boost to be super sensitive. Okay, under enhancements, I can make adjustments on the microphone here as well, and or I can disable sound effects completely. Now under advanced, I can change the format here, and certainly I can change it to a selection of any of those that I choose to. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and close this out because I don't want to change too much. And under sounds, this is for sounds within Windows itself, you know, opening up email or getting calendar alerts or text alerts or what have you, or you know, Windows opening and shutting, and you get different types of sounds that you can adjust. For instance, on their calendar reminder, I can go ahead and test that. Okay, and if I wanted to, I can change it to this one here, and it's just a click. And let's go ahead and change it again, and that'd be a nice one. Very mellowed. Okay, again, I can change anything I like and make it different. And I'm going to put it back. There we go. And that's the one I'm going to leave it at. Alright, once you make your changes, you click on apply, and if you don't want to make any changes, you just say cancel. Alright, communications, you can make some changes here and adjust a couple of items that you may or may not want to adjust. Alright, that's just about it for this tutorial. Actually, it is it for this tutorial. I hope you got something out of this, and be sure to subscribe and like my video.